Cordial Green Golf Resort in Maspalomas is one of the cheapest places to stay in Gran Canaria when you travel with package holiday providers like EasyJet Holidays or Jet2 Holidays. It is an exceptionally beautiful resort with beautifully maintained gardens, pool area and colourful buildings. We stayed here for 10 days in January 2026, but it was the second time we'd been here. First we stayed in the superior bungalow overlooking the golf course, but this time in the classic bungalow, which on this occasion faced the road. In this video we're going to show you around the Cordial Green Golf Resort complex, including the garden and pool area, the on-site shop, the apartment we stayed in and how the apartments are equipped on the inside. We'll also show you the neighbourhoods surrounding the complex. If you're not familiar with Gran Canaria, Maspalomas is down in the south of the island, about a 20-minute taxi ride from Gran Canaria airport. The resorts in the south are made up of a few different resort neighbourhoods: San Agustin in the east, Playa del Ingles, San Fernando, Maspalomas itself and Meloneras. Maspalomas, we found, tends to be the cheapest place to stay, but it's absolutely packed with self-catering bungalow complexes. To be honest, parts of Maspalomas have definitely seen better days. A lot of places haven't changed since the 80s or the 90s. There's a run-down Faro 2 shopping centre that's literally crumbling away. What looks like the remains of an old mini golf course, and even roads that were built for bungalow complexes that never actually got built. There aren't many restaurants around, and there's just one main supermarket which belongs to the Hiberdino chain, plus a few small convenience shops. That said, things have improved in the last 10 years. Some of the bungalow complexes have been done up, Cordial Green Golf being one of them, and the old Holiday World has been completely refurbished. Now it's got a small theme park with a roller coaster and bumper cars, an escape room, a bowling alley, arcades, air hockey, sports bar, a small casino and a street food market. They're nice to have nearby, but if you want more things going on, then Playa del Ingles, about a 20-minute walk from Cordial Green Golf, is where the action is. It's bigger, way livelier, and feels like it has endless options for food, drinks and nightlife. Going back to Cordial Green Golf, one of the major drawbacks about this resort is just how many of the bungalows get absolutely no sun at all. This is due to how the resort is laid out, as a huge number of bungalows are north-facing, like the one we got in January, shown here in red. There are quite a few bungalows facing south, particularly along the southern end of the complex. However, none of these really see any sun either, except perhaps at the very height of the summer, because there are extremely tall trees running between the complex and the golf course, blocking out all of the sun, shown here in green. That's where many of the premium bungalows are situated, and that's where we stayed the first time we were at Cordial Green Golf. It doesn't really leave very many bungalows left that receive sun, shown here in yellow, and you can't get to choose which bungalow you get. Therefore, I'd say there is at least a 70% chance that you won't get any sun on your bungalow patio, which might be a good thing if you're here at the height of the summer and want to get out of the sun. We knew about these drawbacks, but we still came back a second time, which should tell you something. The resort is actually amazing value, and it is just stunning. It feels like a luxury resort with plenty of sunbeds by the sunny pool area. We went out to get some sun while reading a book every single day, and we never had to arm wrestle anybody for a sunbed and we never had to be squashed up to another person while sunbathing. The resort is really peaceful for the most part, though the rooms facing the roadside can be a little bit noisy during the day. We never heard any traffic during the night, or at least we just slept right through it with no issues. What I would say though is that the rooms are not tremendously well soundproofed. The resort has an on-site convenience store that is reasonably priced compared to the Hibernino, though the beer is substantially more expensive. We used the convenience store mostly to stock up on our daily bread rolls, brought in fresh every morning for 50p each. The resort also has a bar and an a la carte restaurant, which also does breakfast buffets and themed dinner buffets, though we never tried those. We did try a sandwich once and we were not impressed, so we didn't go again. The grounds and rooms are always spotless. I don't know if they fumigate or what, but at least we never had any issues with mosquitoes or any other insects. Unlike where my sister was staying in Playa del Ingles at the time, who suffered quite a bit from mosquito bites, and they also saw a few cockroaches in their complex. The main pool is slightly heated. However, if I'm honest, it's still too cold for me. What's also worth mentioning is that even if the resort is a bit far away from the action of Playa del Ingles, there is a free shuttle service that takes you into Playa del Ingles in the late morning as well as late afternoon if you're wanting to go into town for food. But there are very limited services taking you back. Now, going on to the room facilities, this video only covers the one-bedroom classic bungalow, which is where we stayed. Each bungalow is on 2 floors with a patio, including a table and chairs. The combined kitchen and living room is on the ground floor, with a toilet and bedroom upstairs. The living room features a relatively comfortable sofa and a TV, which has an HDMI socket. The kitchen has a fridge with a small freezer, a stove, a microwave, a toaster, a kettle, and a coffee percolator, but no oven and no dishwasher. In terms of kitchen utensils and the like, there's enough to get by for 2 or 3 people. Upstairs, the bathroom in these bungalows is definitely noticeably smaller than in the superior bungalows that we had stayed in previously. There's literally no space for your left arm to sit on the toilet without having to sit skewed towards the shower. That was definitely not a thing in the superior bungalow. The classic bungalow only had fans and no air conditioning, unlike the superior bungalow. But aside from these two things, the two types of bungalows were very much of a muchness. The bedroom itself has a big TV, a comfortable bed and a reasonable amount of space to store your clothes. There's a safe, but apparently you need to pay to get to use it. The bedroom also features a balcony where you get a good view towards the mountains and the rest of Maspalomas and the road in front. So in summary, we really enjoyed our stay at Cordial Green Golf, both of the times that we stayed there. The peacefulness, the beautiful resort grounds with enough sunbeds for everybody and the low price outweighed the lack of sun on our personal patio and the distance to Playa del Ingles. We're already planning our next trip to Gran Canaria and it is well possible that we might just go back to Cordial Green Golf because we know we'd really like it. So highly recommend.